All right, in this example, I want to show you how to print something out to the screen using Java. Now, you're going to probably look at this and go, wait a second, this is a whole lot more difficult than it is in other languages like C++ or Python. And you're correct, but there's a reason. See, Java was not designed to write simple hello world applications like this one's going to be. Instead, it was designed to write applications that are being written by dozens, if not hundreds of application engineers and software developers. It's not designed to be a few lines of code. Their programs are often tens, if not hundreds of thousands of lines of code. And so this complexity, or seeming complexity, is designed for simplicity because we're going to find it's very similar to do things for printing out to the console as it is to other resources. So let's see what we're going to do. Now you're probably looking at this going, wow, public static void main, this looks familiar. You're right. I took this from the previous example. If you want to know more about that, you can check that out. It's in the upper right hand corner. But for here, we're simply going to put the printout. And I'm going to say system. This is a static class that we can access, and we can access it from anywhere. It's part of java.lang, so I don't have to import anything. It's automatically imported for me. When I say out, you're going to notice all the different types of properties and objects that are already available to me. This is what makes this so powerful, is that this gives me access to the system, and therefore there's a lot of different things I have access to. Remember, large applications need consistency to reduce the amount of bugs. And so anything that I need inside my system, I have here, including my print string, which is out. I had a couple other things I could look at, like an error stream and an end stream. We're going to look at those later on. As part of my out object, this is my print stream object. That's part of system. What can I do? Well, I can print line, which is going to print something and automatically put a new line character at the end of it for me. Or I can print, which is going to just put it there, and then I can print again and put something next to it. There's a few other things that I can do. I'm going to ignore those for right now. I'm simply going to say print line. What am I going to print line? Well, it's like this unwritten rule. We have to say hello world first. And the reason for this is actually really, really simple. When I go to run this, it's so simple I shouldn't have any type of syntax errors. But it lets me check, hey, did my code compile correctly? If my code compiled correctly, I can come down here and see in my output terminal window that Visual Studio Code gave me. This means that my JDK is properly installed. It means that I can compile my code and I have all the right Java extensions installed in Visual Studio Code or whatever editor you're using. It's letting me know that I can run that compiled code because the JRE or JVM is properly installed when I install the JDK. And something so simple is used not to check to see if we can learn how to write code, but to make sure our environment is ready for when we start writing code going forward. And that's what Hello World is doing for us right now. As you can see on the screen, it's what you need to see. If not, go back and check your install process. Hopefully you got it right. It's showing up for you, and you'll be able to continue to do more examples in the future. If you like these types of examples, please give the video a like so I know that and I can keep creating more. Consider subscribing so you can see what's coming up next in the rest of the series.